Hey y'all, joyful Friday. Hope y'all day is going well. Hope y'all week has been going well. This is a little disclaimer. I am experiencing shortness of breath right now. I think it's because I'm 6 months pregnant and I was looking it up because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. This pregnancy is different than when I was pregnant with my daughter, but they saying that it could be like baby's getting bigger, so he could be pressing up on my diaphragm, and I know my organs are, some of them I might move up, some of them might be moving to the side. So in this video you're going to be hearing some shortness of breath, but please bear with me because can't really do anything about it. I got like 3 more months of this, so hopefully God graces me to get through this video. But speaking of pregnancy, I wanted to spread this poem to y'all that I believe that God was, I don't know, I feel like God was telling me some things to say. And some backstory of the poem was, I was just in my bathroom and I was thinking of music. So I'm really big on music. I used to listen to a lot of music and things back in the day, and I used to write a lot of poetry. So when I first got closer to God, when I was about 12, 13 years old, 13, 14 maybe, I really started to write my feelings down on paper and pen in the form of poetry. But as I got older, I kind of strayed away from that. But it seemed like last year in 2024, I started to get back into writing, back into doing those things. And I really do feel like God was like leading me and guiding me with what was on the paper. So with that being said, I was in the bathroom and it was just like these verses just came to me, and I didn't really know what to do with them because it seemed like what I was given was the middle of a story. It wasn't like a beginning, it was like a middle of a story. And I was kind of like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Or I had something in mind, but didn't really know what to do about it. So all that to say, this poem is called Grow. And I'm just going to say it and then I'll talk more about it at the end of it. But I hope that it blesses you in the way that God is His, and I hope that you enjoy. So, the soil, so much potential, most only see the dirt, the green, plain on the surface, just to hide the hurt, the heart, deeply rooted as life storms on through it, innermost being anchored, knitted with meaning, favor, the life that has been given. God made the room, screaming, lives matter, save the one in your womb, let it bloom, their heartbeat, beautiful tunes, Rakim, mercy melodies don't mix with a tune, flower grow, the seed, please let them breathe. God gave them life, even flowers grow through concrete, blooming through the bruises of beauty. Please don't find them useless. Son of God, shine your light on them while their heart beats through this. Now grow. So with that poem, when I first got certain verses, I did have like, I'm not going to even lie, I had a person in mind when I heard some of the verses, and I was like, I had this person in mind, but this also seems like very like coming for and things like that. That's what the Lord is, the Prince of Peace. But I was like, Lord, I don't want to be like coming for this person and things like that, because some of the verses are about abortion, right? But then I started thinking, and I thought back to about 2 or 3 years ago. Let me think. Yeah, it was about no, it wasn't 2 years ago, probably like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. And it was like right after I had my daughter, like a few months, maybe like 7 months, or maybe even it's a lot going on. Maybe even a year of me just life after my daughter, and there was like a pregnancy scare, and I had heard someone talk about some things that some like at home abortion things, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought, if I'm pregnant, would I do this? If I am with child, like the thought did, like would I do this, you know? And by God's grace, I wasn't pregnant at that moment, but it made me think about, it gave me perspective about what other people may be thinking. In the poem, it says, save the one in your room, let it bloom, their heartbeat, beautiful tunes, Rakim, mercy melodies don't mix with a tune. And Rakim in Hebrew, it means mercy, I believe. And it also, some people say it has significance, or it has another meaning also to do with a mother's womb. And I do feel like God, having a child is a blessing from the Lord. It doesn't matter if the child is born before being wed, or after being wed, or by mistake, or I feel like it doesn't, for me personally, it doesn't matter. That is a gift from God, and we never know what that child, the blessing of that child sometimes, if we're just like, this life I don't want to hear, you know. And I got to see that with my daughter. I really get to see God's grace through my daughter. So many times I saw God's grace in her. So many times I feel like God was correcting me through her speaking and saying things to me. And it's like, what if I would have said, I don't want you to come into my life right now because I'm a teenager, I don't have a car, I want to go to college, I want to do this and the third. And then I would have missed out on so much of God's mercy, so much of God's grace, and so much of God's love, from me thinking like that. So it's really to give people, I think, maybe a different perspective if they are thinking about abortion or letting go of their child, because we never know what's on the other side. And like it says, please let them breathe. God gave them life. Even flowers grow through concrete. Even beauty grows through hard times. A lot of times when we're in hard places, we're going through hard things, that's when we're, you know, those growing pains is where we grow, you know. So I really did get to see, I personally saw the beauty of my daughter through those hard times that I was in, the beauty of God giving me this boy to carry when I was going through those hard times that I was going through a few months ago. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm going to say it one more time, especially because y'all have a little bit more context. The soil, so much potential, most only see the dirt, the green, plain on the surface, just to hide the hurt, the heart, deeply rooted as life storms on through it. Innermost being anchored, knitted with meaning, favor, the life that has been given. God made the room, screaming, lives matter. Save the one in your womb, let it bloom, their heartbeat. Beautiful tunes, Rakim, mercy melodies. Don't mix with a tune, flower grow, the seed. Please let them breathe. God gave them life. Even flowers grow through concrete, blooming through the bruises of beauty. Please don't find them useless. Son of God, shine your light on them while their heartbeats do this. Now grow. And to anyone that has gone through abortion, I want you to know that God is a God. God is love. God is a God who does love. And he offers love. He offers mercy. He offers forgiveness. And don't ever think that you've done something so bad that you can't turn to him and talk to him, repent, and, you know, grow from the things that you've gone through, you know. And he has mercy for you. He has mercy for me. He has mercy for all of us. And I just hope that even if you haven't gone through abortion or things like that, that the poem still speaks to you, because the poem says a lot. I have to kind of come into grips that I can't explain everything in a poem, that, you know, I just gotta have hope that God will minister to people the way they need to be ministered to. But just take some time and, you know, sit with it, and I hope that it helps you the way that God has. So I hope that y'all enjoy, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.